I will call upon the principal of Al-Mustafa International University, Dr. Agha Mohammadi, to come and grace us, take us to another dimension. Can we give him a round of applause?
Dear brothers and sisters, good afternoon to all. I hope, inshallah, you're not tired in this very short time. I would like to ask permission from the excellencies here, to shorten my introduction and to go to the heart of the topic. It's a very important topic, education and training from the perspective of these two great leaders of two nations. There is a hadith from Imam Khomeini alayhi salam from Ali ibn Abi Talib. Let me begin with this. He talks about figures who become very of a leading role for people, for humanity. Regardless of what religion they belong to, what nation, what race, they are not limited to any of these, limitations. He says, "Man ittakhadha al-haqqa lijama ittakhadhahu an-nasu imama." If a person considers truth as his controller, then automatically will people choose such a person as their leader and role model. No matter what religion you belong and where you come from, because truth does not belong to any religion, does not belong to any race. Truth is what a human being has made from and looks for. The origin of the creation, according to our belief, is truth. God is the source of truth, and He commands us to truth. Of course, we may differ in how to come towards truth and how to justify, how to go towards it. But this is the real fact that the essence of all things revolve around truth. So if a person is to keep himself with truth, such a person will be chosen as a role model by others. And I can say these great personalities are some examples of this narration. I have met and I have seen so many people around the world who were attracted to Imam Khomeini, not even sometimes from Islam, not being specific from Shia school of thoughts. But what made them to be attracted, when you study it, we see that it's the matter of truth. And very directly, what is related to the topic today, Imam Khomeini, as a student of Islam, he had truth as the main element in his thoughts, and actually in the way that he believed that the system should work and the educational system should work and should rely upon. There's a time after the revolution, there were some politicians, they had this motto that we are going to give free utilities to the poor. So they were using it as their slogan. Then Imam Khomeini, reminding them, says that do not be happy that you are going to give such a thing to people. It's needed, but this shouldn't be the maximum thing that you can offer people. It shouldn't be the ultimate point that you're looking at. This is needed, but this is not enough. So we did the revolution, and we had no goal other than what the prophets of God were looking for. And then he explains actually that the goal of the prophets was to do the greatest thing, and it is to train human beings. The prophets of God came to train human beings, to make you a better man, to offer you a better life. And this was the goal of our revolution. So to train man in a way that the prophets struggled to do, according to the understanding of Imam Khomeini, when you read his statements, which is actually rooted in the teachings of Quran. It is the gist of the training and teaching of the prophets that Imam was talking about is to give dignity to human beings. So the system, the best, the ideal system of education, that we can talk about it, we can go to the details, you know, in more detailed conferences. That the whole idea is to give dignity to human beings. If you do this, this is the greatest thing that you can give as a gift to a man. And actually, this is the greatest right, not a gift. To give man what he deserves, and that is dignity. You know, dignity is not just to say, you know, some respectful words to people, or to have a specific behavior. This must be there, deep in your character, and you have to live upon that. Then you will see the paradise on the earth. And this is what the whole prophets of God are looking for, to give dignity to human beings. I'm very short for time to explain what dignity is. Sometimes, you know, because there is a very narrow line between dignity and arrogance. But they are quite different, totally different natures. That is hellish character, hellish nature. It is divine nature, divine character. But in education, we are very likely to confuse these two together. Some people are arrogant, they think that they have dignity. It's not. An arrogant person sees himself great, but underestimates others. Others are meaningless to him or her. A person who is dignitary, a person who is dignified, who has a respect, the way that he respects himself, the very way he respects the others. Because he respects the nature of human being, which is inside me and you. So if I respect human being, it doesn't matter it's you or me. The way that I respect myself, I respect the others. So if the system, educational system, is based on self-respect and dignity, all the goodness will come there. One of the main problems in the education is that usually we try to train good, you know, slaves, good staff at the best, who can do all the calculations, whatever is needed, they can do it. What we are not training man with respect. And that was, as I said, the idea, the goal of all prophets. You know, this struggle against injustice, oppression, it has a very long history. But when you see what happens usually in the nations, those people struggling, fighting against oppression, then they are victorious. When they get the revolution, and after a short while, you see the very people turn into oppressors themselves. You know why? The reason is that these people, what they are missing inside is dignity. People, they don't like oppressors, but they confuse it with not liking oppression. We think that we are against oppression while we are not. We are against oppressors. That's why when somebody oppresses us, we don't like it. But when you oppress others, it's okay. If at the job my boss oppresses me, I don't like it, but when I go home, I can oppress my family. If oppression is bad, it should be bad over. So a person who is trained with dignity does not make a change to be the leader of a community, of a country, or to be a very simple person. At any level, if you have dignity and if you treat human being with dignity, then all the goodness will be there. There is a very strong hadith from our fourth Imam, Imam Zainul Abidin. He changes our view towards, it could be a book actually. You can write a book on this psychological, social aspect of this very short saying. Imam says, إِنَّمَا يَزْلِمُ الزَّعِيفُ. Certainly, it is the weak who oppresses. It is the weak who bullies. We usually think that the strong bullies others. Now, the Zionism, America, they can bully others because they are strong. And Imam says, no, because they are weak. It is only the weak who bullies the others. But then you have strong muscles and weak character, then you bully others. If you have a strong character, if you have a strong soul, you will not bully any person. So if you train the children, strong children, but strong not the muscles, the character, the soul, the personality, they will be the sources of peace. Jesus alayhi salam in Quran says, وَجَعَلَنِي مُبَارَكًا أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُ. Whenever I go, I am the source of benevolence. I bring goodness to people. You know why? Because he is dignified. So the system of education, in short, there is a lot to be mentioned in this regard. The system of education that Imam Khomeini had as his ideal, taking from Quran and the teachings of the prophets, was to be based on dignity and respect of human beings, to give respect to all. Then what happens automatically, you will not oppress others, you will not stand and tolerate oppression when it is practiced against you or against anyone else. Thank you very much for listening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.